What are some things, you talk a little bit about money. What are some things you're learning about finances, about managing finances since graduating?
Yeah, finances have been really interesting. I mean, like I said, starting off when I first, graduated, got these kind of bad, crappy little jobs that didn't really offer much at all. And I've had to really be purposeful about my finances. Um, I guess what I'd say, like, last 6 months or so, I've really started to take a much bigger interest in my finances. I've done a whole lot of budgeting lately.
Mm,
And all that really is, I mean, it sounds like a scary word. All it really is this: you've got your money coming in, you got your money coming out, and you're trying to keep track of it. You're trying to make sure that you're not spending more than you're bringing in. It's you're just keeping track of your expenses. And honestly, I've kind of turned it into like almost a game of
okay.
how much I'm able to save, how much I'm able to pay down on my student loan. Um, so yeah, I guess that's what I've done. A lot of budgeting of my resources, just to make sure that I'm stewarding my resources well. Like I said, God's given it to me. He expects me to use it well, and I just want to make sure that I'm building wealth and not squandering it. So
Mm,
I guess that's probably what I'd say. Just being really purposeful about paying down debt, being purposeful about seeing where my money is going, and that's really what I've been doing as far as my finances go.
mhm. Well, there's something that in finance is called like time value of money. And so that's principle of, like your 20s is such many people have student loans and, different things going on. But man, it's such if you can consider what you can do when you're trying to get your debts down paid, your debts paid off as quickly as you can. It may mean eating ramen noodles longer than you wanted to. But uh, if you can make these choices in your 20s, that's going to have some really significant long-term impacts on what you want to do later.
Oh yeah. Um, I'm looking into doing things like, setting up retirement, doing investing, and having these skills now to budget my money, budget what I'm doing with my money, will really be able to pay off quite a bit as I go forward in my career. Just making sure that I'm taking account of my resources well. So
Right, right. Well, this is winding down pretty quickly, Dan. This hour's gone really fast. What are some things that you've learned or are learning about trusting God with transitions?
yeah, transitions.
From campus to career. Yeah.
Yeah, campus to career. Yeah, I mean, I mean, mine was particularly rocky, and I think during transitions you're at a heightened you're more capable of, how would you say that? During transitions, you're really vulnerable. There's the enemy wants to steal, kill, and destroy you, your
Mm,
time, your resources, the people around you. During that time, really evaluate your time, what you're spending. I've kind of talked a lot about my spiritual aspect of things. Terms of career, like I really wish I'd done more time applying for jobs. I really wish I'd done more time, of just stewarding my time as opposed to just my resources. Um, I guess during that rocky time, the enemy wants to steal, kill, and destroy. There was definitely an aspect of that time where I kind of wasted a lot of it.
mm,
I wasted a lot of the time. I could have been doing more with networking. I could have been doing more with job searching. I could have gotten a job earlier. All these things. And that the enemy will take advantage of that time um where you're weak, where you're vulnerable, and just undermine your faith, your finances, whatever he can, he'll do that.
mm, mhm.
That's probably what I'd say about transitions.
Mhm. And so then trusting God through all of that is like he's gonna take you through,
Yeah.
even though it seems pretty dark.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, so like just continue to press in. It sounds like you did a lot of praying during that season. You got a mentor, you trusted God to connect you to people. Um, but eventually it's gonna be okay. God can work, especially if you're like really seeking the Lord to walk with you through that time. Yeah.
Definitely.